Dozens of Ethiopian security officials have been killed in two deadly attacks by armed groups in the Amhara and Oromia regions. The two attacks happened this week, showing the overall security situation and the overall capabilities of the Ethiopian security forces. Welcome to my views and news. Thanks for watching the channel. Good to be with you. First story is about two deadly attacks against the Ethiopian security forces. Second news story is about a coalition, political coalition formed by five Ethiopian opposition political parties. Let's have a look at this news story first about the formation of a coalition by five Ethiopian opposition political parties. We know that next year national election is due to be held in Ethiopia. And according to Ethiopian law, at least before 2 months of the election, political parties can submit their requests if they have formed a coalition. The request is submitted to the National Election Board of Ethiopia. It means that if political parties want to form coalitions, this is the time. Election is less than a year away now. Of course, formation of a coalition takes time, talks are held, terms and conditions are agreed, leaders meet, and then finally request is submitted to the National Election Board of Ethiopia, which then allots coalition status and election symbol to the parties. The five parties which have formed a coalition are small parties, like Mother Party, like Ethiopian People's Revolutionary Party, like All Ethiopia Unity Party. These are small political parties. Five, I mentioned three names. All five are small parties, insignificant, I would say. They have formed a coalition, and on Saturday they will announce their logo and symbol, details of their logo and symbol. Question, viewers, is while election is less than a year away, what are major opposition political parties doing? Why aren't they forming an alliance, a coalition? I mean, if Oromo Liberation Front, Oromo Federalist Congress, Ogaden National Liberation Front, and some other opposition parties form a coalition, that could be of political significance. But so far, we are not aware of any talks among these parties to form a coalition. None of these opposition parties is in opposition to defeat Prosperity Party in the next election. Prosperity Party is the ruling party in Ethiopia, led by Prime Minister Abiy, which is a coalition of several parties. PP is very strong. PP is set to win the election if coalitions are not formed. But opposition parties are doing ethnic politics, basically. They are restricted to particular regions and particular ethnic groups. So far, they have not been able to think beyond their ethnic loyalties, and they have not been able to form coalitions because of their narrow approach. And secondly, some of them are in secret talks with the ruling party. They want to contest election as friendly opposition, and after the election, they hope that they'll be adjusted in the government. Like Berhanu Naga was adjusted last time. Azima Party did not win lots of seats in the last election. His party ran, Izima ran as an opposition party in the last election. But after the election, he joined the government. Same is the case with Nama. So these small parties hope, or even major ones, opposition parties, they hope that they will run as friendly opposition parties. After the election, they'll join the government. This is the problem. Anyway, let's see. Will major political opposition parties form a coalition? Will they meet and form a political platform, political alliance to ensure that next election is transparent, free, and fair? Secondly, was Ethiopian security forces have suffered heavy losses in two separate attacks by armed groups, Fano and the Oromo Liberation Army, on Monday and Tuesday in the Oromia and Amhara regions of Ethiopia. Both regional governments claim that regional security situation is improving, government is in control in Amhara region, in Oromia region. This is what governments say. But on the ground, it's not that the government is in full control of the region, both in Amhara and Oromia. Having said that, we cannot say that OLA and Fano control large parts of Amhara and Oromia. So both armed groups and governments have their presence, their influence in different parts of Oromia and Amhara regions. Both regional governments are trying to raise militias. Especially Amhara regional government is trying to raise regional security forces. Why? Because it wants to take over security matters. ENDF has been pressing Amhara government to take over security control of the region. ENDF intervened in Amhara 2 years ago. Back then, when ENDF intervened in the Amhara region, Amhara government was on the verge of a collapse. Fano fighters were in control of airports and main cities. Ethiopian military pushed Fano fighters out of main cities, but Ethiopian military has not been able to withdraw from the Amhara region. So it is considering withdrawal. I read a video on that 2 days ago. And the military is telling Amhara government to raise militias, regional forces, that military could withdraw from the region. But what is the plight of militias in the two regions is clear from the two attacks which happened this week. Firstly, on Monday, first attack happened in Habro Wareda. Habro is in North Wollo zone of the Amhara region. So it means that Wollo Fano carried out this attack. Target was a training center where regional militias are being trained. Ethiopian National Defense Force also used it as a training facility. But now this facility is being used by militias for training. Fano groups encircled the training camp. They opened fire. Indiscriminately, they opened fire at the regional militia training center. 40 casualties are being confirmed according to the local officials. People in the area say that casualties could be more than that. Very close to this militia training camp is an IDP camp. And the IDPs there, they also confirm that Fano fighters, they carried out an attack on the camp. On Monday, they encircled the camp, and then there was just bloodshed, and that militia members were killed in large numbers. Fano fighters won't let regional security forces establish themselves. And 2 years have passed. Amhara regional government has not been able to erect a strong structure of regional security force. That is why it's difficult for ENDF to withdraw from the Amhara region. Second attack happened on Tuesday, next day, where in the Oromia region. This attack happened, the second attack happened in West Shore zone of the Oromia region. Jildo Wareda. There, Oromo Liberation Army fighters surrounded a camp of the Oromia Regional Security Forces. 80 regional security officials were killed in this attack by the Oromo Liberation Army. So over 100 confirmed casualties, confirmed. It's not a rumor, it's not a claim. Over 100 confirmed killed this week in Oromia and Amhara regions by Fano and the Oromo Liberation Army. And people say that the country is on the right track, that prosperity, progress are on the cards, that our government is in the right direction, on the right path. But if there is no peace, there will be no progress. Thanks for watching.